Hello and welcome back again to our channel, Tutoring Made Easy. In today's video, we've been asked to write certain numbers, like the one we have on the screen, 742,396, to 4, 3, and 2 significant figures. And in our previous video, we looked at how we can be able to do such stuff. But this is an additional video to be able to emphasize on how we're going to go about that. Now, we rewrite this number again, which is 742,396. Now, let's imagine we want to start with, changing this number to four significant figures. Four significant figures. Let's say we want to start from there. Now, if you can see this number here that we've written here, it's not a decimal number. It's actually a whole number. It's a whole number. The moment we have whole numbers, the significant numbers begins right from the left all the way to your right. So because of that, this becomes our first significant number. And this is our second significant number. Then the 2 here is our third significant number. But we've been asked to write it in 4 significant figures. We're starting with this one first. And to do that, this is the fourth one. We need to identify the fourth significant number. And as you can see here, this is the fourth significant number. So as always, we're going to ask about the number after this fourth significant number. If that number is greater than 5, then we can add 1 to this 3 here. Okay. Now the next number is actually 9. And 9 is bigger, is greater than or the same, is greater than 5 actually. If it's also equal to 5, we can add 1 to the 3. But 9 is actually greater than 5. And because of that, we're going to add 1 to the number 3. And when we do that, we're actually going to get 742,400. Can you see that if you add 1 to this, it becomes 4. And then makes this whole number here becomes 400. So it's a 742,400. That means we've converted that into 4 significant figures. Now, let's also go ahead to be able to convert this to 3 significant, the same question, but we want to see if we can be able to convert that to 3 significant figures. We've done it 4 significant figures, but let's see how that works with 3 significant figures. So the number again is 742,396, and like we said, this is the first significant number. That's also the second significant number, and this is our third significant number. We have been asked to convert the number to 3 significant figures. So we've been able to identify the third significant number. The next thing we're going to ask is look out for the number right after the third significant number, and that number is 3. And this number 3 is not greater than 5. And because of that, we're not going to do anything. We're going to leave it as it is. And if we're not going to do anything to this 3, and we're leaving it as it is, then it's going to be 742,000, because we're not going to do anything to this number here. All right? We're not going to do anything to this number here by adding anything to this number here. And if you're not going to be adding anything to this number, because the number right after the third significant number is 3, and it's not above 5. And if it's not above 5, we're not going to do anything. So it's going to stay at 742, and then this becomes 1,000, because this number is less than, this number here is less than 5. I hope this helps. Then the next one is to convert this also to 2 significant figures. 2 significant figures. 2 sig figs. 2 sig figs. So this is our first significant number. This is our second significant number, right? And the number right after that is 2. And 2 is not greater than 5. So we're also not going to add anything to this number here. All right? We're not going to do anything to this number here. All right? We're not going to do anything to it. And if you're not going to do anything to this number, and this is actually not above 5, then it's going to give us 740. 740. Because this number is not above 5. For us to add 1 here to be maybe 750. But since this is less than 5, the answer is going to be 740,000. 740,000. And that is two significant figures. Because this number here is a significant number, is a second significant number, but the number after it is not greater than 5. So we're not going to do anything to that. And that gives us 740,000. Let's take a look at maybe another example to clarify things. This time around, we're going to look at decimal numbers to be able to see if that can also be able to help. We're going to look at maybe a decimal number. Maybe the decimal number, that decimal number is, excuse me, is 0.07284. And we've been asked to correct this to 4 significant figures, 3 significant figures, and 2 significant figures. So let's rewrite this number again. We have 0.07284. Now, we have 0.07284. Remember that the first significant number is 7. Why is this the first significant number? It is 7 because right after this decimal point, the number after it is 0, which is not important or not significant. That's why 7 is the first significant number. Now, we've been asked to change it to 4 significant figures. So this is for the first one. This is our second. This is our third. And then this is the fourth. Right? But the number right after this is 0. There's no number there. There's nothing. And because it's 0 and it's not greater than 5, we are not going to do anything to it. We're not going to do anything to it. So we're not going to add anything to this number here. And if you're not going to do anything to it, that's going to give us 0.07284. 284 as our 4 sig figs. All right. I hope that helps. Now let's see if the question changed. So the it's going to be this is our first significant number, second significant number. This is our third significant number. But the number after that is 4, and 4 is not greater than 5. So we're not going to add anything to this 8. So the answer is going to be 0.0728 as our 3 significant figures. All right, I hope that clarifies that. Now, what about 2 significant figures? 2 significant figures is going to be, still identify this as our first, this is our second significant number, and the number right after the second significant number is 8, which is greater than 5. So we're going to add 1 to the number 2. When we do that, our answer becomes 0.073, meaning that we've converted that to 2 significant figures. All right, I'm going to end here today, but I hope this helps. All right, thank you, and please subscribe.